Did Chhattisgarh police walk into a trap in the Dantewada incident? Preliminary information coming in from ground zero seems to suggest so. What really happened? First and foremost, we were told that this operation was launched because there was specific intelligence about Naxal presence in Aranpur in Dantewada. So a group of DRG men went to Aranpur 24 hours before the blast happened in Dantewada. They claimed that there was encounter with Naxals. Even a few suspected Naxals were taken into custody, who have now been brought to Dantewada is what we hear. So after all of this happened, the group was coming back, and the road where this incident happened, the road where the blast happened, is the main road which takes you from Dantewada to Jagargunda. This is the road that leads you to Sukma. This is the road on which a few years ago, just before elections last time around, a Doordarshan camera person lost his life. So this is that main road. So on this main road, when this DRG group travelled, why was there no road opening party? That's the first violation of the standard operating procedure that is being questioned. Second, after this operation was over, this Naxal operation in which they claim to have taken into custody some suspected Naxals, they were coming back with them. They hired vehicle, the vehicle that was blasted off and one more were hired. They were not police vehicles, taken on rent. Why is that such a concern? In this territory of South Bastar, in this area of Sukma, Dantewada, Bijapur, that's always a risk if police movement gets that knowledge becomes public. If local villagers get to know about it, there is always a risk that that information will travel to CPI Maoist cadre and there could be an ambush laid out for you. So the moment you hire a private vehicle, your movement details are getting leaked to non-police personnel. The driver who was driving this vehicle which was blasted off and one more driver were civilians. They were not armed policemen as we have been told. So was that also part of a trap? Did that information also get leaked? Number 3, what does the SOP say? SOP says that when you're traveling for an operation like this, try and get onto a two-wheeler if you must. Walk, that's the first thing that is advised, but if it's a long journey and walking is not possible, take a motorbike and between two motorbikes keep a distance, enough distance so that if the first bike is blasted off, the second one can brake and save life. So that's the other SOP which was not followed. Why are we calling this a trap again? Because locals and eyewitnesses suggest that after the vehicle was blasted off carrying 10 DRG personnel and one civilian driver, there was firing from the other side of the road. So the Naxals were waiting to ambush you. If you had intelligence, prior intelligence about Naxal presence, why was this area not sanitized? How is it that Naxals were firing at you? And this is what the jawans who have survived. There were 3 other vehicles as part of the convoy. The jawans who have survived have also told this to the local police which is investigating that the moment the blast happened, they got off their vehicle, they took position and they actually encountered firing from the Naxals. We are waiting for an official word on that, but this is what eyewitness accounts suggest. So is this then a well laid out, well planned trap at a time when CPI Maoist is carrying out its TCOC, which is the tactical counter-offensive that is carried out every year from the month of March, April to the month of June before monsoon strikes, and every time during TCOC, there is massive damage inflicted on our forces in Chhattisgarh. So then the same question, do we need to look only at the SOP violations that happened, or do we also need to look into how this intelligence that was available, how it was processed? Did we just allow these 10 men to walk into an elaborate trap laid out by the Naxals? Those who have been taken into custody, will they be able to give the police investigating the case some crucial leads so that in future what happened today can be avoided?